If you're hurt in an accident, you may need a personal injury attorney. There's a lot to consider when choosing one. You want someone with experience, a good reputation, and a good track record. Joining us now is Preston Armstrong from DeBrun Armstrong Law. Preston, good morning. Thanks for being here.
Good morning. Thank you for having me.
So talk about what you do as a personal injury attorney and your primary role in helping your clients.
Absolutely. You know, I feel like a lot of people think that the job of an attorney, and maybe specifically a personal injury attorney, is to sue people. And while that is a part of the job, the most common scenario is that people come into our office a lot of times, they've been hurt, it's no fault of their own, and they don't know what to do. They don't know where to treat. Maybe they can't afford a doctor. And we help them to locate treatment that they need, and then negotiate with the insurance company in a way that allows for the at-fault insurance company to pay for that treatment. Basically, taking care of the clients is the job of a personal injury attorney.
You know, a lot of people kind of maybe waffle on this because they don't know if they're hurt or not, or if it mounts up to anything to be litigious. So how do they know if they need to go ahead and see you?
I think no matter what happens, if you're injured in a situation, a common example is a car accident, it could be an on-the-job injury, whatever the situation is, it helps to consult with an attorney so that you're aware of your rights and your options going forward. I was talking to someone the other day who mentioned that she was in a car accident and then some months later happened to have an appointment with her primary care doctor who mentioned some back pain, and the question was, well, have you recently been in a car accident? And that's the type of thing that, unfortunately, the longer you wait, evidence starts to disappear and it's more difficult for the case to be made. And so those are the kind of situations that we can prevent on the front side as we advise our clients.
So timing is important, that they come to you right away or as quickly as possible, let you know what's going on. A lot of times I think that new clients want to know how much money is available to them, right, through insurance, because of their injury. How do you help people find the answer to this question?
It's one of the most common questions that's asked when a client comes into the door. And the reality is, it's almost impossible to give a dollar figure at that point because that's when the case starts, right there. And it depends on a number of things. And this kind of goes back to my answer to the first question, which is advising the clients along the way about how to put their case in the best possible position for settlement purposes. Evaluating a case depends on a lot of things. What's the diagnosis from the doctor? What's the total amount of the medical expenses? And then oftentimes is someone's missed time off of work. And that's an important thing because lost wage claims are the type of claims that are scrutinized heavily by insurance companies. And you really need someone who is accustomed and very adept at handling those types of claims. A lot of our clients have very complicated lost wage claims, especially if they may own their own business. And so you would need an attorney who knows what documents to collect, what to submit to the insurance company, and how to advise the client to protect that claim as the case goes on.
So what should someone look for if they're looking for an attorney? What do they look for?
Yeah. I'll say this. A lot of law firms, maybe every law firm, has their own way of going about things. And clients have their own tastes and what their goals are through a case. In this day and age where you have law firms from all over, maybe all parts of the country, reaching out to people, maybe by telephone, by email, by internet advertisements, it's possible really as a client to sign a retainer, hire an attorney, handle a case, and maybe you never even meet your lawyer. We are the polar opposite of that. We are a law firm that's been in Charlotte for several decades. We're on East 4th Street. We are the type of law firm that, a lot of clients are surprised that when they come to us, the attorney is the one that sits down and actually meets with the client and talks to the client from the start. Also, I would love to say that I created all of the ways that we negotiate with insurance companies and advise clients, but I'm not. Our experience is built on decades of attorneys in that office and generations of lawyers and passing down that experience, and that is the experience we bring to the clients.
It's a lot to go through. You do not have to go through it alone. Again, if you go to DeBrun Armstrong Law, you get to meet your attorney, actually sit down at the table, get all your questions answered. DeBrunArmstrongLaw.com. The website is right there on your screen. You can go there, schedule a consultation. Preston, thank you so much for your time. We appreciate it.
Thank you for having me.